Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Inside Line Racing and to ILR5's Spanish Grand Prix here at Circuit de Catalunya. And I'm watching Noel right now, and he's been off the track a little bit already, so I don't think this is going to be a great lap. So I think I might try and find someone else to watch. Iceman's on a lap, so we'll follow him. I'm going to come to Owen White. Looks like I'm alone again tonight. Josh is doing, I don't know what he's doing, but he's not here. So, I don't know, maybe he'll join later on, but I just don't know. So I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. But yeah, qualifying is underway. It's dry here for once, you know. It's not very common you see dry weather on this game, but there you go. Especially when I'm in the box, but yay, dry for a qualifying session. And yeah, the strat here is really go on the supers if you think you can somehow stretch into lap 6 or 7, and then maybe do mediums to the end. But really, I think your best bet is softs to mediums, because you just keep the pace the whole time. You know, you're on them supers, they will die out right at the end. That'll be really, you know, quite difficult to do a lap. But I'm sure we'll all see really how it all ends up in the end. But yeah, only 3 people who want to go. Sam's out of the session, so Sam's retired from the session. It's a shame for him. He's not going to get a lap done. And you can see his car there on the exit of turn 7, or turn 9, sorry, not turn 7. And yeah, that'll be where he's ended up. But yeah, only 3 people want to go on them soft tires, which really does surprise me. And I've been watching Better Than Sniper right now, and I'm pretty sure I haven't seen his name before. I think he might have been promoted up. I need to check that one out. Maybe he was a reserve. But either way, I think, was it Joe is left now, because he's got too fast and no one wants to race him anymore. So yeah, he's gone, I think. And yeah, that'll be why we got Better Than Sniper in his Force India. And let's watch MK Bourne on this lap, because he is on the soft tires. So it'll be interesting to see just how his pace is compared to everybody else. It is currently Funny who's fastest right now from Noel and Josh. There's 2 tenths between the 3 of them, so nice and close up at the top. As MK Bourne opens his lap, it'll be interesting to see if he can get in amongst them top 4. It'll be quite difficult, and you can see he's running a little bit wide. As Better Than Sniper gets out of the way. 22.4 in the first sector. I can't say that's strong. He's not even using that high of an engine or ERS anyway. So I wonder if he's just doing this as a sighter lap and doing the real one later on. Carriage though has gone fastest on a 17.4, which is a very decent lap. Sure, I'll keep him at the top for a while. Here comes Gazaman to the line, and it's only P6 for him. 1.3 seconds off the pace. We will catch up with MK Bourne, I guess, now, as long as everybody else is on a lap up ahead. No. So, here he comes then, MK Bourne towards the end of his lap. You can see he's lagging a little bit, which is something you don't see too often actually on this game, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, he's a little laggy, he's moving about a bit, but I'm sure we'll deal with it. Hopefully it's fixed for the end of the race, and he does a 19.3, and I suspect he wasn't pushing as hard as he could. But maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Someone else might have went off at turn 9, because there's a very difficult corners on the exit. There's a really hard curb to, you know, keep traction on, because if you hit that curb on the exit, you actually do have quite a high likelihood of going off to Narnia. And it's that curb there that Chapalili's just went over. And yeah, it is actually quite a high likelihood that it will spin you off. And people in the chat, hello peoples. No Josh, as usual, because I don't know why Josh isn't here, but I'm sure, hopefully, yeah, with any luck we'll see him again. But we all know Josh, so I wouldn't bet my house on it. And here's Chapalili coming round, and he's also on soft, so I want to see how his pace is. And yes, I think the ILR5 guy said he wanted the stream link in the chat, so I'm going to get that done during this lap as well. And yeah, we've only sort of had 8 times. You could say that Bill's maybe wasn't the best it could have been, and you'll want to improve it. So really, only 7 sort of representative times so far. And yeah, hopefully Chappelli will be hoping to get right up there and possibly get into the top 3. I mean, Carriage is 4 tenths up. It's quite a gap, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll see. 21 people are here, so hi. Nice to see you. Trying to get the stream link up, but of course it doesn't work. And you can see there, is that the other Williams has had a bit of a disaster, or is that his teammate? I think that might have been Chappelli himself. I'm not even paying attention, that's my issue. There we go, we got the stream link up. Anyway, yeah, Chappelli lost it on that curve, I think, as I said he might well do. I do to make people happy in the channels, but yeah, I guess that sort of proves my point. It is difficult, and lucky to still say in the session. So here's Sir Lee, and I think he's on a flyer, so we'll see him coming up to the end of his lap now. And can he get himself into that top 5? Not quite. He's just behind Potters, so we'll hope to get ahead of him maybe on his next run. More yellows in sector 3. It does seem to be a bit of a difficult sector. And we'll watch a little piece on his lap through the first sector. Not too bad, much quicker than MK Born in the first sector actually. So he was hoping to keep his good pace up. And yeah, as you can see, the slow Ferrari there just getting out of the way. Iceman, I went P2 while I was talking. I'm trying to get the stream links all set up. And we'll see how Little Piece does turn 9. No issues for him there. He was able to keep it nicely on the track. 51.3 for the first 2 sectors is not too bad. I think he's having a pretty good lap so far. And we'll hopefully see him come to the end of it and put himself right up there on them tyres. Because I think it is a good lap for them tyres, and he's been showing good pace this season already. Honestly, I think he's got a real chance of getting some podiums soon, you know, quite often. But anyway, we'll see him up to the line now. He's P6 then. He's only 8 tenths off, and that's honestly not awful on them tyres. You know, I'm not going to say it's the best I've ever seen, but it certainly wasn't bad. Here comes Josh. Can he challenge Carriage's lap, or is it just too much to get? It certainly isn't. It's nearly 700ths ahead, so he is now up into professional pole. But sure, Carriage is still on his lap, and so is Funny as well, his teammate, or Josh's teammate. So plenty of laps still to come from the top guys so far. Wise is out there. We'll see where he is at the moment. I'll read these comments in a minute. So yeah, don't worry, I'm not ignoring you all, but just need to quickly still get everything sorted. I'm really unprepared for this. I do apologise. I was on FIFA before. Probably wasn't a good idea to sit on FIFA instead. But anyway, Carriage up to the line. He could be in the 16s here. It just wasn't. He was a 10th off of it, but still his fastest. And here's Funny into the last sector now. And we'll see if he can get himself in amongst them as well. He's like 8 tenths off the top. It's quite interesting to see how quickly that gap can rise. And hopefully we'll see it decrease. But it's not a particularly good lap. And this is the one you're going to want to be watching, I think. I don't see anyone else on a lap, unfortunately. And I do wonder, though, if he'll do this lap. I know he's 1 lap old already. Will he do it another lap? We'll see how better than Sniper's doing first. But he's not really on a lap either. Gazaman, is he on a lap? On them softs. Yes, I think he is on a pushing lap. So, well, what's that? And, yeah. Only 1 retirement still. We had Sam, who retired at the very start. But, I mean, Chappelli, he almost killed himself as well at turn 9. It's a very difficult corner, and it's been proven today so far, and it'll probably get proven again in race 2. It is a very difficult corner. Here comes Gazaman to the line, and he's currently in P10. Decent lap from him. Patters as well, coming up towards the start of his lap, so we'll see how that one goes as well. better than Sniper. He's on a flyer this time round. And Funny, I think he is. He's 3/10 up so far on this run. So we'll see this time if he can reduce the gap. He should be able to. And we might even see him dip in to the 16s at some point. Someone has to get there. But no, it's just 5 or 15 thousandths of a second off. Very, very close up at the top here. And someone surely is going to get into them 16s at some point. But let's go back down to where is he? There he is, better than Sniper. Into the last sector. I hope he's on a pushing lap this time. I've been missing a lot of pushing laps, it appears, and it's getting a little irritating. But hopefully this is a good one to catch at the end. And up to the line, it is P6 on the Super Soft, so decent time. And Paul's just saying that T9 is going to be fun in the rain. If it rains, I will be very annoyed, to be honest. In ILR5 or 3, to be honest. It's going to be very difficult. You'll see a lot of crashes, I think. It's just one of them tracks. It almost promotes it, to be honest, if it rains. But especially with the way intermediate tyres and wet tyres they work on this game, they're very mean. I know Korea was not exactly the same, but on this track, if you're on intermediates and you're on a pad, they overheat in about 2 laps, and that's it. You're stuck with them. Good luck. You're gonna have to do 10 or 11 stops if you really, unless you're going like super slowly. That's basically how it works. So yeah, hopefully there's no rain, Paul. Jamie's on a lap. And he's just heading through turn 5 and turn 6 now. It's really just a little kink, turn 6. I mean, they added a little kink, or named a kink in Austria, turn 2, which I don't really agree with, and I don't agree with that being turn 6 either. It's barely a corner, you know. I don't know. It's weird how they name corners in this track, to be honest, or just in the F1 calendar in general. It's just a little bit of a nitpick of mine, but anyway, we've got 3 minutes to go in the session. We're getting ready for our final runs, or in Jamie's case, his first run. We're still waiting for Salah and Wise to do one. And hopefully they can get themselves up the field. And coming round the last corner now, Jamie gets on the DRS on them soft tyres, and he is the top soft runner, I believe, so far. I've got the tyres on what's currently fitted, so I'll need to check later on exactly what everybody's on at the minute. I think Iceman is on a lap right now, heading through turn 9 a little bit wider than he probably would have hoped, getting close to exceeding the track limits, but I guess he did well. Chapalili also out there for a lap. And yes, it is Carriage from Funhead and Josh. The Ferraris taking the charge up to the Force Indias, which quite frankly are dominating ILR in general, it appears. They're always right up there, and hopefully somebody can overthrow them. And Iceman's going to get a nice slipstream here as he heads to the line. It's going to be P3, and that slipstream certainly helped him there, and he caught it at the perfect moment as Josh, just ahead, starts his lap. So we'll watch him as he heads around as well. He's got enough time, if he really wants to do this one, even back off halfway through if he thinks it's not good enough, and try again. But yeah, mostly you'll be expecting it to be people's final runs, and I wonder if Bastos has just died at turn 9, or maybe further on down towards turn 10. I'm sure if his car is still there, we'll find out in good time. And did Jamie just do another lap to go P6, or am I missing that? Either way, P6 for Jamie. That's incredible on them tyres. Only 7/10 off the pace. Sort of makes you question what he could do if he went into the supers, to be honest. But anyway, Josh, as you can see, I think either MK Born or Wise in the gravel. I really don't have much time to check because this is looking like a decent lap so far for Josh, and being only 3/10 off the pole, this could seriously be a challenger. Will he be the first man into the 1/16s as he comes around the final corner, opens up the DRS, comes to the line, he improves, but it's not enough to even get up amongst the top 2. It's 6/100ths of a second off. Will he go again? We'll have to find out. Here comes Funny, and he's about to start his last lap, and I think Carriage is about to as well. Iceman's done for the day. Here comes Shapalili, as Josh does retire from the session, so he's not going to do another lap. He is locked in at a best of P3. Iceman is retired from the session, and I think Shapalili wants to try again, but I don't think he's got the time to unless he cuts some corners. Has he judged this correctly? Is he even wanting to do another lap? I don't think he is. Yeah, he's going to pit. So session is over then, and it is these two who are really going to go for it. Funhead and Carriage. We've got 47 people here on the stream, ready to see how this qualifying session ends. And I apologise for any frame rate drops you might be seeing. I don't know, on my screen it appears to be dropping quite a bit. Hopefully that fixes itself in time. But yeah, that's a bit of an annoying thing. Don't really want to call it a glitch, it's more just the game being irritating. And it looks like Funhead has had a bit of a disaster there. Yeah, he was all out of shape, and that could cost him the chance of pole, and I think it has. Carriage is on pole as it stands, unless Wise can do anything as he heads to the end of his lap. And Funhead somehow does to set the lap. I can't believe that. I actually went off. I thought it was over. I thought he went off the track, but somehow he's been able to improve. So there's me proving wrong. And Carriage, of course he's pitted, hasn't he? Right, I'm going to retire from being a commentator. I'll see you never. That's a bit embarrassing. Right, so the Force Indias have been toppled, and I can't believe that has just happened, and I can't believe I missed it. Awkward, awkward, awkward. I would look in the chat, but quite frankly, that was... no. Just, no, let's just forget that ever happened, okay? Let's just forget I missed it all. It is a 17 dead, it's pole position, and, yeah. Oops. I mean, in my defense, he did bottle a little bit towards the end of the lap. I did think he was going to give it up, and that was my bad. So, yeah, sorry about missing the end of that. But, yeah. He's on pole, so we'll get to see him plenty then, I'm sure. And, yeah, Jamie, look at that. P6 on them soft compound tyres. He's looking very good. Wise as well on P9. And, you know what? They are very strong. Look out for them too. They could be right up there at the end of this race. And from what I've seen in other races this week, Jamie, quite frankly, has got the best chance here of taking the victory. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. It's a long race ahead, 33 laps. And just hope it doesn't rain out of the blue. That would be quite awkward, wouldn't it? And probably a good time to tell you to subscribe, obviously, if you're new, and put the notifications on so that you don't miss any live races on the channel. We do 6 tiers on PS4, 3 on the Xbox, so there's plenty of racing to watch. And yeah, get subscribing, get the notifications on, and you know, like the video if you fancy as well. Also follow our Twitter on Inside Line Racing, not Inside Line Racing, or ILR League. And yeah, I think we're closing in on 1,500 followers, and this is to check it now. We haven't already hit it. Yeah, we're 4 off that. So at ILR League, follow them as well on Twitter to get any updates on what's going on and more notifications about when live streams are on. So yeah, just sort of gonna have to wait now. It's nice and dry, thank God. And yeah, I think we also have a full grid. Our Landine and yeah, Andrew have joined, so hello to them. Let's just have a look at every one of these tyres. This is interesting. There's a lot of variation here. So the top 10 are the same as they were before. But from MK Born down, it is soft, soft, super soft, medium, soft, soft, medium, medium, medium. So you can see really the majority wanting to go for alternate strategies. Little piece though, down there in 13th, will be looking to do something different. So let's hope to see him moving up the field, maybe a little bit at the start, and showing off some of his pace. But yes, they're all off in their formation laps now, and yeah, just sort of got to wait then for the start. And I will read some comments, sure. But yeah, 51 people, jeez. I don't remember the last time. I don't think I've ever actually seen that many on an ILR stream before, to be honest. So this is great support. Either, no, this could be for two reasons. This could be someone who has no idea what the strategy is, who wants to join, or others. Is that mean to say? I mean, I know Paul's here purely for strategy reasons. But, you know, others, I don't know what they are here for. But yeah, heading to the end of the formation lap now then. And it is time for them all to form up. And this always takes a long time. This will take about 40 seconds. And hopefully nobody makes any mistakes in doing it. You know, someone hits each other at the end of it. It's always nice to see all 20 drivers make it to the end of a formation lap, and they actually all have managed it, so well done. You haven't messed up the formation lap. And they head to the line now then to start the Grand Prix, waiting for the McLaren to join in at the back of the field. And look how long this is taking. Come on, hurry up. Do less burnouts. Let's get to the line, quick. And here we go then. We are ready for the start of the Spanish Grand Prix here in ILR5. The lights are on ahead of the drivers. They're away. Good start from the Ferrari on the front row. Really perfect carriage. He'll be under pressure by loads of drivers. He's already done to P4, P5 now. He's head towards turn 1. Iceman looks for the move. He can't quite make it, and that allows Chapalili right around the outside. Looked like the Ferrari was a bit slow there ahead, and yeah, that could cause a crash behind. Let's see exactly who's getting involved with all this. It is Iceman, and I think actually only Iceman. Somehow they've managed to get away with all that. But yeah, Iceman down to the back. He was up in P2. He was hoping to get ahead. And Chapalili up to P3, but he has a penalty. He's got a 5-second stock-go penalty. And he's still got carriage all over the back of him. But yeah, the Force India, a really poor start. He's got some work to do if he wants to win this Grand Prix today. Jamie as well, still the top runner on the soft compound. We've got yellows in Sector 2. That could be for possibly these few drivers. I don't know if they've had any incident. They have. Sam in the wall, or in the wars anyway. It was definitely, yeah, disaster for McLaren. Oh, he's going to be in the gravel again. And he was in the wall, so yeah, that's really not gone too well for him. And it looks like Gazaman has also had a bit of a disaster, so quite a shambolic lap one. But I think they're all okay. And at the end of the first lap, it's Ferrari 1 and 2 with the Cybers and Force Indias, and even a Haas in there trying to get involved. And you can actually see better than Sniper is pulling to the inside to defend from Jamie, who is trying to get up the field with these soft compound tyres. He's already pretty low on fuel though, so you can see that he's going to push on this first stint to get right up amongst the leading drivers. But it looks like Funny has got a pretty decent gap because Josh is struggling, and that's going to help Jamie even more. And yeah, you can see the gap. He's already out of DRS range, so when that's enabled on the next lap, no Ferraris are going to have any DRS, unless of course Shapley's already got himself past and Josh is still in the DRS range. But I don't think that is very likely down this straight, but we'll find out. Here we go. Chapalili towards the outside. He's going to try it, you know. Can he get it done though? Is there anywhere for him to do it? Just not at the moment. He can't get it done. And it's Josh staying ahead for now. Nothing else happening further back. Jamie's still on the back of better than Sniper. He's starting to fall away a bit from these four drivers. And just you've got to remember, it's a long race ahead. Think about lap 3. Don't think about lap 33. That's sort of the golden rule here. Nobody wants to go for a move too early, and Sector 1 has a yellow flag, so how on earth that's happened? That'll be for the McLaren again, won't it? And yeah, Adrio is not having a good day so far, is he? Real disastrous at class so far. And oh, that looked like Josh is a bit all over the show. He's going to be into the gravel trap, and he's down to P5, P6 and now P7. and possibly even further. And you can see Josh really falling back as Andrew is out of the Grand Prix, and Josh is just in full-on sort of self-destruct mode. He's absolutely lost the plot. He's lost 10 places, and he could fall further if he has to pit with them tyres surely overheating like mad now. And MK Bourne as well is starting to close in the back of Sir Lane. And yeah, the McLarens, it appears, are last. One of them's out and the other one is right at the back. And it's another shame for McLaren. Will they ever have a good Grand Prix? For both of their drivers, we'll need to just hope and pray, really, won't we? And you can see Sir Lane must have had a bit of a disaster there. Iceman out of the race as well. And I think there's another car off there. As Better Than Sniper is ahead of Noel, and Jamie now to the back of this as well. Iceman I think must have been at turn 9, and Noel bails out on them supers already. Either that or he had a broken front wing. I would check, but I just want to see exactly what Jamie does here. First encourage as well, he's closing on Shapalili. Nothing happening at the moment. Jamie not quite close enough either, so let's just quickly see if we can exactly what's happening with Noel here. Is it going to be a new front wing? It is indeed, so there must be some contact then that caused the pit stop. Josh is now, as a result of the pit stops for Sir Lane and Noel, up to P10 again and hoping to get his grip again, but I think Padders has just got past him, and he has. So yeah, Josh is just having a bit of a disaster. You can see on board he's not able to keep the car really under control, it looks like. And Gazaman out of the race now as well. We've seen 3 retirements already, and surprised to be no safety car for it, to be honest. But yeah, for funny, it's been fine and dandy so far, no real issues. He is leading this race by nearly 3 seconds, but remember, when pistols come into play, he might well have to make 2 stops, and that could seriously ruin his life, to be honest with you. You know, he may be leading this Grand Prix dominantly right now, but after all the pistol phases, if he has to stop twice, suddenly it's not looking too good for him. And it looks like Chapelini had a bit of a poor run into the last corner, and we're going to see a Force India attacking a Cyber, and a Cyber attacking a Force India in the near future, as the 2 teams lock horns with both cars, as you can see on your screen. All 4 of them on the same shot there. And looks like Little Peace and Josh are into the pits, so that moves Salah up into P11. And let's just see what Carriage can do. He knows, well actually he probably doesn't know unless he has a stream on. We know that Chapelini's got a 5-second stop go penalty to take in the pits. But yeah, I wouldn't want to predict where that'll put him. We'll find out in a couple of moments anyway, or maybe a couple of laps. I mean, the pit window's now open, as you can see on Carriage's little graphic on the bottom right. He's not making a move right now. But yeah, Noel's now ahead of a Little Piece, so Josh, 3-second penalty. This is just going from bad to worse, isn't it? He's just not clicking with his Ferrari at the moment, and it's just not. Now, I don't know all the rules in the book, but I'm pretty sure this is illegal in every way, shape and form. He's got 3 soft compound tires, and then he's got 1 rear right medium tire. Now that's not allowed. And Chapelini into the pit, so we'll see him take his penalty. But yeah, it's a glitch I've seen before, where he's basically done a Valtteri Bottas. So really, yeah, I'll just call it that. He's done a Valtteri Bottas. If anyone gets that, built in 2015 when Bottas I think did the exact same thing. And except that wasn't a glitch, that was Williams being Williams and doing something stupid. But yeah, it's a common glitch, it appears, in this game. Wasn't there as much in the last game. You more sort of saw all 4 tires changing, and you do see that on this game as well. But yeah, rear right tire now changes a bit as well, which is something that I haven't seen very often on this game. And that's the 2nd time only I've come across that glitch. And on board with Jamie, he still just can't make any ground up. You can see that both closing iron carriage, they're both in DRS off him, and they're suddenly in the fight for P2 thanks to Chapelini sort of filtering himself out of the fight with a pit stop. And it's not fully out of the question he can't sort of, you know, make the time back up, because these lot on the supers are going to be struggling. And into the pits. Oh dear, one of the Force India's in. Carriage and Funny as well, but that means Better Than Sniper's going to have to go again, and he may not even let to lead a lap. Can Jamie make this one work? Can he go to the outside? We'll have to see. This will be a pretty audacious move, but he's going to try it. He's going to back off in turn 1, give himself the better exit out of 2, and into 3. He certainly looks to be in a good position. Let's see where Funny comes out, and Carriage as well, in relation to Chapalili. And well, I think you can see from that that he's just not going to be close enough, is he, to get Carriage. Funny is out into P7 again, and Carriage, there you can see him just ahead into P9. And yellows in sector 3 again. I don't know what that was for, but I think it's all clear now anyway. And you know what, every lap Better Than Sniper does on these, it makes it more likely for mediums to work. You can see that Funny and Carriage did go on to mediums. No one else has done that, I don't think. A little piece are laying out, but I just don't think they can get to the end. Possible that you can see, I don't know. We'll have to see. Can them medium tires get to the end? Funny and Carriage, be very interesting to watch them. But we'll see what Sniper does as well. It'd be pretty, you know, you'd imagine that they'll probably do the same thing. But anyway, he's gonna release them, and it is time to watch Jamie battle with MK Bourne for what is now the lead of this race. Down towards turn 1, Jamie, after all that time, finally gets into the lead, and MK Bourne is looking to take it off him. And it's Better Than Sniper pits. We'll see. He goes on to softs. He doesn't think the medium strat will work, and he is gonna go for the 2-stop. And you can see past goes Funny and Salah. Will he beat his teammate out? That's the important question. And there is Chapalili as well. Chapalili's going for the move. He's down the inside. The penalty didn't mean much. Funny gets a penalty, and there you go. Chapalili back ahead of Carriage then, and penalty taken. That's a genuine position now. And as you saw, Funny has got a 3-second time penalty. Whew, drama. Still 40 people watching, so I really appreciate that. That's good to see. And I think we're about to see a good battle between Jamie and MK Bourne. MK Bourne, the man chasing, and Jamie with less fuel, remember, is going to have to save at some point, is now the man under pressure. 6/10 is the gap right now. And I hope for the few of you who are here to have a little look at the strategy for the race, or getting what you want, because it's in a very wide variety. I personally think these two are on the best strategy, but that's of course if they don't bend each other up. Because here we go, MK Bourne, he's going to go right around the outside if he can. He's just not going to be able to. He's going to just stay behind for now. He wants to try and get the better exit out of 2, but there's just nowhere to pass in turn number 3. So he's going to have to stick behind for 9. I just saw Funny side by side with ILR9, who's now down into P6. And still watching these two, nothing changing between them, but the two Force Indias though, they have changed. And I just wonder, is Karen struggling with damage or something? He's looking a bit wide there in turn 3. He's lost 2 positions now in the last 2 laps, and I mean, it all looks fine at the moment. I just don't really know why he's got a lack of pace. Maybe he just doesn't like the tyres, or maybe it's not visual damage. Whatever it is, he seems to be struggling right now. I mean, obviously he's on mediums as well, but at this stage, he shouldn't be able to pass him so easily. That's my point, but I don't know. Sure, we'll find out. Let's go back up to the leaders though. They will probably be pitting around sort of lap 11 to 15, something around there. I can't see them going much further than that. They may even try lap 10, but personally I think that's a bit too early for the 1-stop. It might affect them at the end of the race in obviously a negative way. But if they leave it a few more laps, it will benefit them. So yeah, MK Bourne, he just can't get close enough. He's not using his ERS either. You can see Jamie's using it to get away, and Funny is making another position up down towards turn 1 into P4 he goes. And you know what, I just wonder, will he be able to catch this leading fight? Because if he does, I mean, it's only a matter of seconds away. This graphic's a bit weird, isn't it? Bastos is a ghost car? It's news to me. So Lane is out of the race, but what is happening with Bastos? It's just this messes up all the gaps, you see. This is the problem. I thought it was only a matter of seconds because the graphics said so between Jamie and Funaid. But actually, I think since Bastos is a ghosted car for some reason, it's affecting all the gaps. So whoever Funaid to go past, but why is Bastos ghosted? Because it's started ruining his race now. There we go. Trying to finally see the gap then. What's the gap between Funaid and Jamie? Yeah, it's 11 seconds. And MK Bourne pits. Interesting. I feel that's a bit too early. But, well, we'll see. Everybody with their strategies in hand, getting ready to write all this down. And the ghost car then of Bastos also pits. So maybe that's the right time to pit. We'll have to wait and see. Here's our Landine. He's very close up to the back of Patterage, by the way, but just not close enough. And Josh, his bad day has just got disastrously wrong. Yeah. Let's see if we can find where he ended up. I don't know if he just went into the pits to retire or he's been out on the circuit. Yellow flag Duke. Okay, so he's done that. He's tried to take the old track and he's died instead. So that's not gone too well. And got a bit of a battle setting up here because Saleh on 10 laps old mediums is starting to struggle. And we got Better than Sniper, Chapalili and Carriage all starting to catch up. We got Yellows in Sector 3 again. I don't know who it's for. It's not because any of their front runners, so that's good news. And yeah, these lot are going to get very close soon. Be interesting to see how they get on. Or if Saleh will pit. He can't pit now, it's too early. He's going to have to go another sort of 10 laps. Maybe more. And it's going to be quite a tough ask. As well for our Landine, he's going to fall into the grip stop as well. This is going to be very interesting. So, either the final corner, Saleh crosses the line in P5 for now. But now, as Better than Sniper goes to the inside, will there be any sort of defence? Or will it be an easy move? Into turn 1, it's a bit of contact. There might be a bit of Narnia to come if Chapalini tries to go there, but he actually gets it done. And it's Saleh who's in Narnia. And he's lost all the positions in one go. Down to P8 he goes. The three ahead all start to work on our Landine. And then Patters as well, 11 lap old softs. So yeah, this is going to get interesting. The battle for what is now third in this race is getting pretty heated. And Bastos looks to be back then. He's ahead of Wise. And he's on the 2-stop strategy though. I don't think that's what this AI was intending. So that sort of ruined his race as well. You know, DCing wasn't bad enough. Now he's back and he's on the wrong strategy. Either that or Wise is having the yellow flag. It's one or the other. But Chapalili, as our Landine just gets pushed off to Narnia as well. Chapalili's got by Better than Sniper. And Jamie's into the pits. And let's just quickly check if it was yeah, he's back. Bastos is back, but I wonder if Wise had a bit of a disaster there as well. But this is the crucial moment then. Jamie, is he ahead of MK Bourne? Well, MK Bourne have been slightly held up as Patters pits as well. He could have been held up a little bit in that fight, but I think this could be MK Bourne go for the lead. You can see up ahead, the fight is getting pretty intense, and you can see that Better than Sniper's ahead, and you can see that MK Bourne is ahead. MK Bourne has jumped Jamie in the pits, and all our fans around the world have got their I think they've got their head in their hands, haven't they? Jamie's gonna have to put up some fight to win this race at this rate, and with these lot fighting, who knows how easy it's gonna be, because they might all catch this soon, as Carriage is back ahead of Chapalili, and yeah, this is gonna get interesting. So we've got plenty of stories right now. Will Funaid and Carriage be able to get to the end of the race? And who out of MK Bourne and Jamie is going to win that fight? There's a lot to sort of look at, and obviously there's this massive fight as well that's going on, and you can sort of see they've caught this fight already. There is the Mercedes of MK Bourne. Jamie not very close at all, 1.7 seconds. The gap should close as these two get past the two slower drivers. And yeah, I think if there's any time for Jamie to take advantage, it's right now. But then again, if MK Bourne can get past in the straight, then it's all of a sudden going to be Jamie in the pain. But here we go then. MK Bourne, he really needs to get these done. This is important for his race victory, if he can still go for it. And Salah, if he goes for a move, which he does, it means MK Bourne's got to stick back. And now that these two have slowed each other down, there's been contact. That could be minimal damage, but minimal damage is all that it could take to ruin your race. MK Bourne's ahead, but is there damage to that front wing? There's nothing on the visual, I don't think. There's no visual, but that doesn't mean there can't be any yellow. So we'll have to figure that one out later on. Jamie's still behind him, so he's starting to sort of fall away. So really, if MK Bourne can get through the rest of this traffic, he is certainly looking like the man for this Grand Prix victory today. But we'll have to wait and see. It's only lap 14 here in Spain, and it's all still to happen yet. And let's, I want to have a little look at the comments before this starts to heat up again, just see what people are thinking about it as MK Bourne starts to catch up. Oh, I actually kind of wish it didn't go into the chat now. Oh, Sally. Looks like Jamie's been taken actually by Erlandan as well, so it's not gone particularly well for Jamie. I wonder if he's struggling a bit on them tyres to get them heated up, because they're not going particularly well for him. And yeah, I've just had the race spoiled for me as Jamie tries to get back past his Chapalili pits. That's interesting. I wonder why he's had to do that. He could have went and cut him more laps. Anyway, it's raining at the end of this race. Apparently, according to Big Man Jack, it's going to rain at the end of the race. So, this is news to me. I kind of wish I didn't read the chat, but now I've read it, I can't unread it. Oh! Oh no! Patters had a 90-second pit stop. I didn't even notice that. Look how far he is behind. Patters has been absolutely and completely screwed over by the game. He's 36.6 seconds behind Wise, who is 5 seconds off Sam, who's 49 seconds off Chapalili. So Patters well and truly out of contention, I think, unless it's a safety car. Oh dear. Didn't see that coming. And Jamie gets past Saleh. So he's 1.8 seconds behind MK Bourne. And now that we know that rain is coming, surely we're going to look at funny, and then it's the man who's going to win this race, and it's still going to be 2 and 3 for Force India if they don't kill each other. That is, right now they're looking in a very strong position, so they're going to want to keep it nice and clean as the carriage cleanly gets passed into P2. And issue is, better than Sniper, he will actually have to pit again. So maybe this rain, I don't know, people maybe think the rain won't affect him, maybe they think it will. Either way, I mean, the strategy's looking very interesting. Some people are going to go for a strategy that will take him to lap 33, others may be trying to go to lap 27 or something. You know what I mean? Something like that could be happening right now. And I wonder just how long the starting drivers and the mediums are going to go as well. So, yeah. Ooh, what's going to happen? Jamie then is starting to catch up to MK Bourne, because we do need to keep an eye on this fight, because there's still a chance it could be the race for the win. I don't know, it seems unlikely at the minute. Now that I know rain's coming, but I never really knew when it was going to come. All Jack said was that it was going to be at the end. So for all we know, it could come on lap 33 out of 33, and the guys that went onto mediums at the first pit stops will look stupid. But yeah, we'll see. We are past the halfway point now of this race, so we do, yeah, we've got a very interesting race in waiting, because that's a lapped car. That's Sam coming out of the pits, and that sort of proves how much time people are losing in the pits, or through mistakes, or through just shenanigans today. And surprise, surprise, I don't think I really need to confirm this at the minute, but I don't think that Josh is coming to watch the rest of this race, so I don't know what Josh is doing, but maybe he's gonna get fired soon. I don't know. Come on, we need someone who's gonna be here every week, Josh. You can't keep missing him. Anyway, Paul McGuinness says that Terry Kravitz still has his shorts on. And that's basically a pretty good indication of the rain not coming, but you can see it's starting to get dull. Look at that massive cloud up there. It's looking a pretty dull day all of a sudden here in Spain. And as I was saying, it's nice and sunny earlier on. Well, it couldn't be more wrong now. As it starts to get dull, the rain is approaching. Who's going to be the best in these conditions? Because intermediate tyres basically self-destruct if you're on a pad. So if anyone here's on a pad, good luck and good night. But yeah. Ooh. What is gonna happen? Well, what we do know is gonna happen is that these two Force Indies are gonna start going for it again. Better than Sniper, still in the DRS range, still hoping to close it and get past. Bastos as well and Noel are DRSing each other, but not really close enough, is he? Bastos has got good closing speed. If he can go for that, I'd be amazed, and he doesn't quite. But Noel is going a bit wide, and you can see Bastos though, massive kick of oversteer, won't be able to get close enough. And Shapalili, he's made a move work on Bill, and up into P11 only he goes. And little piece now as well on Erlandine, who's still trying to lap his teammates, and he's done that. And actually Sam's going to block a little bit on Little Piece, and that will certainly help. Well, it will help. I'm getting this all wrong. Sorry. Am I getting this all wrong, or am I just blind? Sorry, I'm looking for Sam's name in the top 7, and it's not there. There's a lap car, of course. So yeah, of course that's going to help Erlandine. Sorry, I'm brain just melted. But anyway, yeah. As I was saying, these two were in DRS. They suddenly aren't now. So thanks for ruining that as well. But it does mean MK Bourne can start to catch and challenge for the podium. Jamie not in DRS of MK Bourne at all right now, so that will help. Will certainly help MK Bourne with challenging. And I just wonder, is Better Than Sniper going to try and hang on until it rains? I reckon the tyres will go about 15 laps before they start to, you know, really kill you. But sort of lap 12 is when it starts to get bad. And now, second, or third, fourth, and fifth places are all going to be in DRS. I think if Jamie can close that down. It was just DRS a second ago, but it's not right at the minute, and it's definitely not now. So thanks again, commentators. Curse absolutely everywhere in here, and yeah. This all helps Funhead, and like I say, if the rain's coming, he probably, I think he's got this race won. If the rain comes in the next sort of 10 laps, I think he can do that, because that'll be when the tyres start to die. But he wouldn't have to worry about that, would he, because it'd be raining. So yeah, this is going to be a very tense end to this Grand Prix, I feel, for these lots. Unless Funny does something stupid, I think he should win this race, providing when rain comes. But if it is coming, it'll probably come about 5 laps to go, if not more. And Little Pace is very close to the back of our line down. Hopefully we get to catch the move as it goes to the inside line. You can just see how fast that car is. 15 lap old mediums versus 19 lap old mediums. And it's pretty clear who's going to come out on top there. And Baron Sniper now, only 4 or 5 tenths away from his teammate. It's nice and close. Carriage still keeping pace with Funny up front. It's just sort of saying neutral between the top two. And thought I saw rain there, and I did. It's raining. It is raining then. So the rain came 13 laps early before the end of the race, and that means we're certainly going to get an intermediate stint at the end, I think. You can imagine, and we've got 52 viewers that come here for the rain. Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen an ILR stream get so much support before. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Like, oh, Noel's in trouble, I think. Where is he? There he is. And you know, that's happened at the worst time possible as well, because now it's raining. It's too early to go for the risk for the intermediates, and I don't think he really cares, to be honest. Yeah. Rip. But yeah, this rain's heavy, and our landing is into the pits. He can't really stay out for much longer on the tyres, and I think he's got no choice but to risk the intermediates. So here we go then. Into the pits he goes. And what colour are them tyres? I can tell you, they are a lovely shade of green. Intermediate tyres then are on his car, and we are ready to see what his pace is like. Yellows in sector 3, that could be for anyone, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know what Noel's doing. Either his tyres are 130 degrees, or he's given up. Yeah, come on. Beautifully done. Anyway, yeah, this is getting pretty interesting now. Lots of penalties. Funny, I just got another one. I think Noel had a 10-second, and it's straight into the pits for the intermediate tyres and for the leader of this race. And it is time to see who else pits. Will Carriage pit? I don't think he's got much of a choice, but he's going to stay. Oh! My voice just absolutely went. I apologise, but I thought I was about to watch someone die on my screen. Carriage, I think, might just have bottled the podium here. And, I mean, everyone else is in the pits. Everyone. Oh, into the wall goes Saleh. The pit wall. Yeah, that's not going well. Everybody is struggling. Oh, jeez, I had a moment there. I thought Jamie just went on some mediums, but no, he's alright. And Funny then comes back into the race. DRS is disabled, and Carriage, quite frankly, probably wants to stick his head somewhere. He's not happy right now. Needs to glue it back on, to be honest. I imagine he's probably losing it. Oh, MK Bourne. MK Bourne. Where is he? What's happened? There he is. He's spun. Straight out of the pits. He's spun and broke his front wing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Carriage has just lost his head. But yeah, a lot of action then in the pits. No surprises that most people are going on to inters, but it is a surprise to see that Carriage really just stayed out, and it screwed him over so much. I mean, look how heavy this rain is. This could even be wet conditions, full wet conditions by the end of this race. And how much is Carriage going to regret this? How far is he going to fall down? I mean, we're about to find out, but this is going to be tragedy. And there we go, move for the lead. About as easy as it gets. Funny gets past, and into the lead he goes. And I wonder if that's the last lead change we'll see today, because Baron Sniper is just miles away, isn't he? And Carriage, look how slow he has to go into the pit lane, and it's as easy as that. MK Bourne gets past again. Unsurprisingly, with our front wing damage, he managed to pit at the end of this lap as well. And Carriage is losing the podium right now. He had the whole race really. He was doing really well, and he's lost it. That does mean though, Jamie's up to the podium positions, and Better Sniper has won that battle between the Force Indias. He's now definitively ahead of him, unless it somehow goes even more wrong. Although I think Saleh, if he gets past, might just confirm the disaster class. But no, he hasn't got past. So it's P4, so it's not the worst disaster class you're ever going to see. But it is a disaster class. And we've just seen Saleh almost have a disaster class of his own now, and he somehow managed to save it. He managed to leave Narnia with every bit of his car still connected to it. So, well done. I'm proud. And MK Bourne, yes, he did have to pit, and he's going to stay in the points because his teammate's 51 seconds behind him. So I don't think there's any further worries there. But this man leads the race by a huge margin, and MK Bourne is losing the plots. He's got penalties now, and I think he's got 6 seconds of penalties, funny, but he's just got such a big lead it doesn't really matter. So yeah, normally I wouldn't make a big deal out of penalties, but there's just no need. But the next question is, how heavy is the rain going to get? And will it be full wet conditions? And I wonder, is Bill... he's still there, isn't he? Yeah, he's still in the pits. I thought I saw him there for a second. I swear I wasn't paying attention. How long is... oh, he's left. Right. That's gone well. I haven't seen him in the pits. He must have been there for a good 4 or 5 minutes, to be honest. I don't know. But I don't know if he left and went back in, but I think he has just been there the whole time. And Bill is now out of this race, and Patters has just said goodbye to half of his front wing on the left-hand side there, and he's just pushing Sam with that last corner, and they're really going for it there. You can see they're about to be lapped, and hopefully they can get this done nice and cleanly. And this is seriously getting close to heavy, extreme conditions. I mean, there's still 10 laps to go, including the one we're on. And yeah, this is going to be close. Better than Sniper slides a bit through turn 9 as MK Bourne, or not MK1, Jamie. Still thinking MK Bourne's in there, but he's just not, is he? Jamie is closing in. It's now within 0.5 of a second. 4 tenths now, and it's yeah. Could he move himself up to P2? It would be nice for him, I guess. And can he get it done before full wet condition? Because I think it's inevitable now. And also remember, I said earlier, these tyres will overheat very quickly in the wet conditions. It is just impossible to use them. So watch out for that as well. And Jamie just about saves his life there. And oof. His life probably flashed before his eyes there as he went for that last corner, which has suddenly become the most difficult corner in history thanks to the rain. You can see everybody's struggling there. Saleh struggles, Bastos struggles, but I think it's still going to be Bastos who gets ahead as he comes up. No DR to remember, it's been disabled thanks to the rain. That's probably a good thing as well, but he actually couldn't make the move. He had such a good exit, but he just couldn't make any use of it. Sam gets a penalty for corner cutting. And that's just a straight corner cutting penalty. There's no warnings for that. It's just a corner cut. And Noel did get a warning. Hold on a minute. Has he just went round the outside? I was looking at the penalties, but did he just go round the outside? Or did he go on the inside? I really hope he went on the outside. That'd be extraordinary. But I don't think he did. But it would have been cool though. I don't know, someone can confirm that as being a jack. I was looking at the penalties, and there's another penalty for Sam. He's just absolutely self-destructing right now. His battle's basically over. And Jamie is still within a second. And looking to get that P2. This is sort of the main battle on the track. And it is the closest battle on the track as well. So it's a justified viewing. And you can still see patches of blue sky actually. But the rain is just falling heavier and heavier. And Paul says these conditions look like fun. Right, I don't know if the ILR3 lobby host is on drugs, but if you do see it's a wet race in ILR3, we know whose fault it is. Oh dear. Thank you, Shamati confirms it. Definitely not on this track, and I can also confirm that it is not fun. It is horrible. You want it to end, and it just never does. Really, it feels like it never ends. It's horrific. And Jet as well. It's difficult. It is very difficult. But yeah, no, you don't want to be in the wet conditions here. Trust me, it's extremely difficult on intros, let alone wets, which we might still end up seeing these guys going on to. There are patches of blue sky though. Could we see the rain stop? I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't see that many patches of blue sky when it's raining normally, would you? It's weird to see that, but I don't know. I mean, yeah. At one point it was looking like it was going to be extreme west, but I think it's just died down, or maybe just settled a bit. And yeah, Jamie has also just started to lose a lot of time. So that battle for P2 looks to have fizzled out again. Although every time I say something like this, it does end up going well again. So, yeah. So, I think it's 7 laps to go, including this one. It is funny at who leads this race from Baron and Sniper, Jamie, Carriage, Bastos, Saleh, Erlandine, Little Piece, MK Bourne, Shapalili, Wise, Noel, Patters and Sam. And your retirements, there are 6 of them, The two McLarens of Bill and Adrio, the two Renaults of Sir Lane and Iceman, and the Ferrari of Josh, the Red Bull of Gazaman. They are your retirements so far. And yeah, just gonna have to wait and see what the conditions do. We've hit a little bit of a lull at last. It's gonna happen eventually, but look at the rain! Look at the rain! Okay, you know the way I said I always have a commentator's curse? Is that just not go heavier, or is that not? Has that go heavier? Oh, better than Sniper, mistake there. He's a bit twitchy into the corner, and I don't know. Does it look like that Weber's got heavier? The rain is oh, that rain is heavier, isn't it? Let's see what Funny it does. Does he fancy a pit stop? I mean, that is torrential rain now. That rain, it's undoubtedly the heaviest it's been yet. And these guys, will anyone take a risk? Will anyone go for the full wet? Or will Jamie take advantage and get himself at the PT now? He's got a good chance. He's going to go full on the overtake here. And here we go. He's not got any more fuel to save, remember. And as he heads towards turn 1, is the move on around the outside? Can he get it done? Not going to happen. He's not going to get it done here. Yellow's in sector 3. Must have been a mistake out there for someone. And it was Carriage who made the mistake. He's spinning off at the last corner. He's broke his front wing as well. And the Weber is playing havoc here in Spain. And I'm sure it doesn't look much fun now, Paul, does it? It can't look much fun now. But yeah, Jamie, oh, he really wants this. He really wants this. You can see how hard he was pushing. You can see Sniper is making more mistakes than him there. It has to be said. And Sniper's also got the alien indicator, which also means he's cheating. But yeah, we'll see how he gets on this time round. Will Sniper make the same mistake into T10? Patters into the pit. He might think it's time for full wets. We have to wait and see though. Does better than Sniper make it through T10? Okay, he does. I think the exit was a bit shaky, but I think overall it was fine. And he is okay for now then. And I think Patters is wet into another set of injuries, so it's not time for wets yet. And I don't know if I'm just over exaggerating on the conditions or slightly inside hoping for it to be full wet, but I don't know. Looks like Sniper's had a good exit there, as well as Jamie. But through that last corner, I think Jamie's got a good run, but better than Sniper is still pulling away. So it's gonna have to be a slipstream battle. And as they head towards turn 1, Jamie just can't find a way down the inside, and that never works. So you can't go on the outside in the rain. It's not gonna happen unless you're Max Verstappen, and he's just gonna have to wait a while. And time's running out. There's only 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix, so they're gonna have to figure out how they're gonna get this done. Carries, by the way, is gonna be pitting now, and he's almost into the pit wall. And will he think it's time for full wets? I mean, he's proven it's difficult. I think they're all proving it's difficult. And I swear these are full wet conditions, but it's intermediate again. This must be right on the borderline of full wet. This isn't the first time I think I've sort of seen the weather like this. Nah, that is a glitch. Don't worry, our Landine is not being this stupid. He is on intermediates. Always believe the graphic. But yeah, you know, conditions like this, you'd think they're full wet, but I guess they're fine. But I don't know. It must just be on the border. It must just be on the border. And also, it's probably at the point where it might be too late to change. I don't know. Actually, no, you can't say that. You can never say it's too late. We saw what happened to Carriage. He lost a good 15 seconds in one lap there, so you can't really say it's too late. And Sniper, bit of a shaky chicane again. And Jamie wasn't close enough though. I don't think he's close enough to go for the move this time. He will certainly give it a go. And surely he's going to have to try and find a way up the inside. The outside doesn't work. Go on the grass if he needs to. But he won't. He's not going to do it. And once again, running outside into turn 1 doesn't work. He's going to have to find another way through. And it's Patters with a free second time penalty. But yeah, 4 to go. Time running out. 16.5 seconds of gap is up front. And nice and easy so far for a Funny in these conditions. He can make a mistake if he really needs to, as long as he doesn't lose 16.2 seconds. So yeah, he's got a breathing space, so if it does go a little bit wrong, he can salvage it. But yeah, let's see, another opportunity for Jamie, next overtaking spot into turn 10. No DRS makes it extremely difficult, but if you can get a good run, then it's a possibility, but he just hasn't got a run. And he's actually outbraked himself a little bit, he misses the apex. Helps a little bit on the exit, but he just can't find a way past. He's doing all he can right now. I've been riding on board for a while, so let's just go to the outside camera now. Get the old broadcast view and watch this all from the outside, because I was really sort of riding on board to just sort of see how heavy the rain was, and it is heavy, but it's just not heavy enough, I don't think. As finally it gets yet another penalty. 9 seconds I think he's got now, and Jamie I think is his furthest away yet. As you can see, better than Sniper off into the distance. I think it's not going to really be an opportunity on this lap unless there's a mistake made, and you can see the sun shining through the clouds. Yet it's still raining. Looking for that rainbow. Cody's, get it done. We need rainbows. But yeah, it would certainly help Paul, who's on drugs. But yeah. Anyway, free to go here in Spain, and this is quite an unexpected turn of events. I don't really think I was really expecting it to rain, but my old rain curse, I guess, has followed me here. And who would you put as your driver of the day, chap? Personally, the fact that Orlando, I think he had issues before, he couldn't get into the session. He made 13 places. Salah has made 13 places. Just make sure it wasn't him that crashed. They've both made 13 places, so they're both real contenders. Bastos DC'd halfway through, fell right back down. He's back up to P4 as well. You've got to give him some consideration as well. So really, out of them three, who would you all say is your driver today? There's also, okay, people are saying Jamie if he doesn't bottle it, but he's only made 3 places up. Okay, let's not get too excited. But yeah, also the fact that Salah and Orlando have been able to do this in one stop. But yeah, I don't think Jamie's got a chance of P2. For those saying that if he gets P2, he will get driver of the day. It won't happen. I don't think he's going to get P2 at this rate. He's just starting to lose it. And here we go then. 2 laps to go. Let's watch the man who has just been dominating this race. To be fair, he's losing or going up the track and getting penalties, I should say. But he has been able to come and lead the race by 18 seconds. So even if he's got the penalties, he still clearly is showing he's got the pace. And he's about to do his final lap to come home and win in ILR5. And you can see there's a lap car ahead. Is that Glock? That'll be quite awkward if he was to have a little bit of a crash with him, wouldn't it? But I don't think he will. He's not going to catch him, I don't think, on his last lap round. Nor do I think he really wants to. Jamie, though, is back to under a second. Maybe we could see a last lap plunge. He might have to just go for it. He's got 10 seconds back to Bastos, so we can, I guess, afford breaking himself into a corner and trying to go for the move, but he's just not close enough, is he? We'll see as we come for the final corner again. Jamie, he's close, but I just don't think he's close enough. 5/10s, can he close it in time? As they head down the front straight, I just don't think he's close enough. And it's not going to happen for him. Into turn 1, he's going to have to perform a miracle to get this place now. And it's not looking good. The rain, as you can see, has got very light now. So I guess it was right for nobody to go to the wet compound tower. I was yeah. Oh jeez, look at them two though. They are seriously fighting. This is for the last position as well. And yeah. Oh dear, look at them two. There's Patters round the outside, and look who's right on the back of this. This could be horrific, to be honest with you. Look at them, they're creating a little bit of a wall for our race leader. They've had contact. Whoa, what's Funny gonna do about this? He's on the inside, and what a chaotic final lap this is for him. He's going a bit wide there. He just wants to sit behind. There's no point having an accident right now. I just think, oh, there's more contact ahead. What's Funny gonna do? He comes on the last corner. Nobody saw him. I think he was okay though, as Funhead wins the race. And jeez, that could have been really nasty. That could have been, that's a blue flags moment and a half. He would be right on that radio. Forget celebrating, that'd be full on Sebastian Vettel rage mode. There goes Better Than Sniper to cross the line to be P2, but Jamie as well, P3, good performance from him. Yellows in the last sector, has someone bottled right at the end? No, I don't think. Bastos is P4. Salah, gotta put him as a contender for driver of the day, and he comes across the line to finish. Oh Jesus! In P5, our Landine P6, little piece is coming home for P7. MK Born in 8th. Shapalili is going to be 9th, and I think Carriage got another penalty. He's had a poor day. He really did bottle his chance of P2, but he will still get a point. And yeah, Ferrari strike back at Force India as Shapalili crosses the line to be 9th, and Carriage finishes 10th. And I think we're waiting for Patters and Sam. They've finished their little battle now, and Wise has been off to Narnia, I think. As he comes to the line, is he out of fuel, or has he got a puncture? I think he's just run out of fuel. Or maybe he did have a puncture. I don't know. Anyway, whatever happened, he didn't get points anyway, so it wouldn't really have mattered. What a race! And what fantastic support on the stream. Like, I can't say it enough. Thank you all so much for the support on the stream. And then we got ILR3 and we got ILR4 in 9 minutes time. So as you can imagine, interviews are not going to be happening. I'm sorry, you're not going to get them. One of these days it won't rain, okay? It won't rain and we'll get a nice interview session. And like I say, if you don't follow ILR League already on Twitter, get them well followed. Let's get them to 1,500 followers. And if you aren't subscribed, let's get well subscribed. Let's get them on the road to 1,000. And make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss any of our live races here on the channel. And one final look at the standings is Funhead from Better Than Sniper, Jamie, Bastos, Salah, Erlandine, Little Piece, MK Board, Shapalili, Carriage, Wise, Noel, Patters, Sam, and your retirements, Bill, Josh, Serlane, Gazaman, Iceman, and Adrio. I've been Owen Wyatt, this has been ILR5, and we will see you next week for the Monaco Grand Prix.